best. Alright. No one's gonna let you go. That's what it's at, dude. This is motherfucker. Right here, you scratch your left ass, I'll scratch my right ass. There we go. Wrong one. There we go.
Welcome to C4. I'm Eric. This is Josh. 4C, however you want to cut it. Anyways, today we're going to be discussing Jack and the Giant Slayer.
Opens in theaters sometime today.
I'm going to let him start. I have nothing nice to say about this movie.
Oh, man.
My mama raised me right. If I have nothing nice to say nothing at all.
Why you even pretend like you listen to that word? You're going to have 10 minutes of hate-mongering, hate spewing from your mouth about this movie. First off, let's go ahead and get this out the way. I just want to go ahead and congratulate Bryan Singer for yet again finding another way to polish a turd and deliver it to us.
He didn't even polish it that good.
Yeah, true. He kind of unpolished it, actually. He just kind of just put it on the plate for us, actually.
Watching this movie is like going to a porn site and watching one of the previews, and they don't ever finish it. You just see some little highlights, and then everything cuts off.
Yeah, right when you get excited.
Exactly. That's exactly what this movie is.
Subscribe now, only $59.99.
Yes, there's so many moments in this movie where it could have been so beautiful and great, and then they just take it away from you.
They were like, build up to an awesome scene, and the audience gets it. We don't actually have to show it to them.
It's like the first Lord of the Rings, like you said earlier, except they had the balls to sit there and say, to be continued, and give you a better movie, and then another better movie.
Like an hour and a half into the movie, I leaned over, to be continued. I was waiting for it, dude. I knew the movie was getting too long. I was like, at this point, the movie's getting too long, and there's no way they can properly end this movie at this point. And so I literally leaned over and I go, to be continued. But then, guess what? They didn't. They just decided to we're going to take that whole hour and a half section that we could have done another whole movie, and it could have been awesome, and we're just going to shorten it to half an hour. 20 minutes of that, like my friend here loves to say, was
shitty.
A tug of war match. And then, boom, and neat little boat, whatever, box, here you go. And it was like, really, it was like the worst Christmas present ever. I don't want to open it. Seriously?
I'm not even going to lie. I had trouble staying awake through the movie.
Of course,
I almost fell asleep.
He saw the movie from the beginning. I missed the first 10 minutes due to
technical difficulty.
I wouldn't say technical difficulty. I would just say like stupidity. Yes, let's call it stupidity.
Anyways, but no, like the entire movie, it's predictable.
Yes, very predictable.
The entire thing, you see, like
Well, no, because I didn't predict how he was going to use the bean. I did not see that. I did not see that. Okay, that I did not see.
Okay, I will give them that. That was the one creative scene throughout the entire movie. But then the rest of the entire movie, you sit there and every little scene you're watching,
you knew it was coming.
You know what's coming. The only great thing in this movie is the editing, like we were discussing earlier.
Yeah,
throughout the movies,
the editor was.
There's scenes where like it's Jack and his dad and Elizabeth and her mom.
That was the first one. I
missed
that one.
And then like the dad's telling a story, and then it cuts out and it goes back to where the mom, Elizabeth's answering or saying something, the response to what the dad was saying.
But basically, it was two different conversations
that were
simultaneous, going down the same path, and each time they cut from who was talking, they would cut to a different side. So, I mean, have you ever seen The Fifth Element when they're taking off the planet, and what's his name? I can't remember his name now. He's awesome in everything that he does. No.
Oh.
Zorg.
Got me.
Can't remember his name. Fuck, I just saw him in a movie the other day. Right? Anyways, so this guy's great. I'll remember his name in a second here.
He's gonna IMDb it.
But he's got Zorg, General Zorg, or whatever Zorg his name was. He's on the phone talking to his henchman. At the same time, Chris Tucker's on the plane going down on the stewardess, I'm sorry, flight attendant, right? And he's like, I don't want all positions, or I don't want one position, I want all positions. I love Chris Tucker in this movie, he's awesome. Anyways, but it keeps cutting back and forth, and you got three different scenes going on at the same time, and they all climax, they all build up, they're all building up simultaneously, and he's cutting back and forth between each ones, and then it hits the climax, boom! That's exactly what the conversation scenes reminded me of. I was thinking, man, this is awesome. And they didn't do it once. They did it twice!
Very beautifully both times, too.
Yeah. Probably the best parts of the movie, honestly, in my opinion. Really, from a true critic who views the film as, like, a piece of art, those scenes were masterpieces. From the everyday critic who views the movie as a movie
Goer.
polished turd. Not even polished. Well, it was kind of polished because some people who were walking around the movie decided that they were going to do a badass movie, and they did everything that they could. Some people, Mr. Singer, not so much.
I will give it. The actors pulled their weight. They did good. Don't get me wrong.
Did good. Look at this list, man.
Nicholas Hoult. He just looked too much like a person with Down syndrome. No disrespect to anybody. He really looked like he had Down.
See,
He
I was
looked
looking at his picture too when he's at the premiere event with the chick.
He just looks special.
He doesn't look anything like what he does in the movies, dude.
I know this. I'm just saying, like in everyone,
Like he's got that padded down hair and he's whatever the kids like these days. But you like look at him, like look at this picture right here. That is not the same dude.
No.
That is a mature, could be an action star in 5 to 10 years.
Did you,
dude?
put that in there?
Yeah, I just put that in there.
I'm sorry, the walking zombie from.
Look at the face. He's got the square jaw. You put 50 pounds of muscle on him. You know, you make him look like the dude from Die Hard, the son. What's his name?
Are you done man crushing yet?
Jai, whatever. And he could be a fucking badass action star and be legit. He's got the square jaw and everything.
You're just happy because he was in Skins.
But you put him in Warm Bodies, and you put him in this movie, and you pat his hair to the side, and he's got that I'm a man, but I'm kind of gay at the same time thing going on. What the fuck ever that is. Okay, Eleanor Tomlinson was in it. She's new-ish. And I'll say she didn't impress me, but she didn't unimpress me.
I felt like she was there for spacing. Honestly, they could have put... Like, I have a feeling...
Honestly, I think she got the job because of her eyes. I could get lost in those eyes.
My thing is this. I believe certain movies have certain actors for certain reasons, and those movies will not go on without them, i.e. Bruce Willis and Die Hard.
Can't do that. Yeah.
You can't have Die Hard without Bruce Willis. You can't have Matrix without Keanu Reeves.
Or Justin Long.
You, really? He's in one of them, anyways. And I feel you can take her and replace her with any other actor,
Probably.
and you wouldn't have missed anything.
I will say this. I don't think that it was her fault.
I agree.
It was a script. She was working with what she had.
I agree.
So,
nothing against her personally.
she hasn't proven anything, but she hasn't put herself in a position to prove anything yet. So that's not on her. This is her first job too. So I mean, it's just she got the job. Of course she's gonna take it. You're an actor in Hollywood and you get on a fucking A-list movie. Of course you're gonna say yes, especially if you got Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, all these guys. Stanley Tucci. I mean, like,
I don't see how such a high cast can do such a bad movie.
Right? I don't understand. Did they not read the ending? That's all I can think of. Especially Ewan McGregor, Mr. McGregor. We need to have a talk. How can you do so many badass movies and then
do this?
Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3, and then this polished turd. What's up, man?
I don't even think it's a polished turd.
I think you were listening to your agent a little too much.
It's more like they took a giant shit in a box.
Well, no, see,
it's not polished.
If you read the first half of the script, though, it's a badass script. It's leading up to awesomeness. Like, he didn't like the movie the whole way through. I thought the movie was pretty good all the way through it.
You missed the first 10 minutes and you missed the first couple of teases, and that's why.
But still,
like,
I mean,
okay.
watching the movie, I thought it was good. I thought they had build up to it. It had good spacing. It had good everything.
But you
and then I like the
up.
editing thing. Well, no, that's the way you're supposed to do. You're supposed to build up. It's like baseball, dude.
You build up.
And then we got to the end.
But then you have a climax. You don't build up and drop off.
Well, see, that's where I agree with you that the movie was terrible because the climax was anticlimactic.
It was horrible. And then it's not even just...
I wouldn't even describe it as anticlimactic because that still has the word climatic in it, and it was nothing like any kind of a climax. So
I kind of wanted to just tell them what the ending is.
It was kind of just blah.
Like, I really want to just say
No, don't ruin the ending.
I kind of want... I'm not gonna.
The movie in general, the first hour and a half of the movie was pretty good. It was. I thought it was good. It was a good kind of thing. Honestly, after an hour and a half, I expected it to just kind of cut off and lead into a sequel. It could have and it should have. I think what happened with the movie was they made it was really long, and instead of going and making 2 movies out of it, they just were like, let's cut out some parts, and because they're stupid, they cut out all the good parts. I don't know, man. Come on. I don't even want to talk about X-Men.
Well, it just boils down to this. Okay.
The man has unimpressed me.
They did too many climactics with no payoffs. Like
No climax. Yeah.
There's a scene he missed it because stupidity, where they're watching this little play, and Jack's talking to the princess, but she's disguised because she's out in public and she doesn't want to be known. So these guys start bothering her, and she's trying to leave, and then Jack steps in to stop them from bothering her. One of the guys hits Jack, and that's the end of it. There's no fight. There's no nothing.
That's a Three Musketeer moment waiting to happen. You know, the new guy in town is fighting the whole town for, you know, noble intentions. They don't know it, but, you know, he's fighting everybody for the noble cause.
And he gets punched in the face.
And then see, what's great about that is then you show that he's not just a nerf herder.
Which
he
is.
You know, like in the Jedi movie, he's not a nerf herder. He's not the farm boy at the end of the street. He actually has some kind of skill fighting. And then it'll explain how, throughout the whole rest of the movie, Jack is the only guy that manages to murk any giants.
One giant.
He killed 3. He killed 3.
I'll give him 2.
3!
Where's the third one?
All 3 of them!
The first one and the chef, the main character,
and then the one on the edge of the cliff. That was his plan, his idea. He killed him.
He fell off because of a bee!
Who put the bee in his face?
There's a giant on a cliff, and a bee comes at him, he leans back, and he falls. I do not give that to Jack. I give that to Mother Nature.
It was Jack's idea to put the beehive in the giant's helmet that caused the whole...
Whatever. I do agree with McGregor in that line, who was like, you killed one giant, what, you're an expert now?
That was a good line, right?
I feel they kept trying to throw...
He might have done the movie just for that line. Ewan McGregor usually does good movies. I don't know. I mean, I have to say, honestly, this one, the first half of it looked like a great movie. The last half of it...
I'm sorry.
Too much.
I'm a strong believer in, I explained this to you earlier, a bad movie can be good depending on the ending. A great movie can be bad depending on the ending. This was a bad movie from the start, and it ended even worse.
I like the start of it. I didn't like the end of it. The end of it made me kind of want to... Literally, I didn't want to leave the theater.
I didn't want to stay.
He was like trying to get out, and I was like, no, I want to stay because that wasn't the real ending. There's got to be another ending. Because that was bullshit. That was you know, that wasn't even a $3 Hawaiian Wonder Cooler. There was nothing. It was, you know.
The build up to the climax was better. I liked how they were fortifighting the fort, how they threw that oil in the water and lit the entire moat.
I like how I said they need to throw some freaking crossbows at the giants holding the rope, and then 5 minutes later they did it, and I was like, what took you so damn long, man?
My thing is this.
Why did it take so long?
Why the fuck did they just magically have these fucking 40 feet arrows?
Right? Right, and I was thinking, if they knew the giants existed, because they played like it was a fairy tale in the start of the movie, and then the walls were like ridiculously tall so that they could fend off giants, which I can kind of get because that whole thing was huge. There's no way that was built recently, you know? And I guess maybe some of the defenses were made back when they were having to fight the giants.
I will give it that.
But even still, you'd think that there would be some, at least the kings and the queens would, you know, have like the scroll of destiny or whatever that talked about how to beat the giants properly, you know? Or, and you know?
No. This is what
how the guy got the stupid crown in the first place was fucking... Sorry. I don't need to be cussing.
Here's my thing.
How the guy got the crown in the first place was retarded.
My thing is this. I agree. You made this comment earlier and you haven't said it yet, so I'm going to say it for you.
And then?
There was magic beans and a magic crown, but no other magic.
Right?
How the fuck do you do that? Excuse me, I cussed.
Right?
How do you do that?
I do like the very end of the ending, the tie-in. That was nice.
Hmm?
With the crown.
Oh.
I like that.
That was nice.
I like that.
They set it up. They slightly set it up for a sequel, and if they do, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, they can't do a sequel. They ruined any chances of a sequel. They should have, like I was telling them, they should have at least made it a 2-parter, you know, and then.
No, they ruined any chances of a sequel.
They did. They really did.
Now that I think about it, they did.
They should have at least made it a 2-parter, and then made like put some meat and potatoes on it or something. Cause that's what it was. You got all potato. Well, not you didn't get potatoes.
You got a salad.
You got all carrots. Okay. They gave you a plate full of carrots.
But I like.
They didn't give you your steak and your potato. Well, yeah, but you know.
Like this is like the
steak and potatoes.
This is like the salad before the encore. This is like when you go to Olive Garden and they give you that all-you-can-eat breadstick and salad.
The phrase is meat and potatoes. Okay. They didn't even give you the meat. They didn't give you none of the potatoes. They just gave you all the carrots.
They gave you a hot dog.
And they gave you a couple of pieces of potato in there. No steak.
And then we had people in the theater that was pissing me off.
I didn't hear him talking, man.
You didn't hear him talking?
No, I heard him like once or
a-
twice, but I was talking more than they were, I think.
No, well, the fact is, if you're going to talk in a theater, he at least leans over to whisper in your ear like a creepy, awkward, sexual moment that you feel slightly uncomfortable with, like this. No, in this one, there's a scene where one of the giants picks his nose and then he eats the booger. And then you hear one woman, one female, and she's all the way in the front, we're all the way in the top row, and you hear her just over everything, just
That was
ew!
I wanted to pick my nose and make her eat it.
I really wanted to just go wipe my nose on her.
Right?
Like,
And then he
seriously.
scratched his armpits, and he was like, I've done that before.
Every man's done that. You can lie right now, but every man's done this.
I was so hoping that when he was picking his booger, that he wasn't going to eat it, that he was going to rub it on Ewan McGregor's character.
Seasoning.
And then roll him up in the thing. That would have been hilarious.
There are little things in this movie that you'll remember and enjoy, but all in all,
There were so many things that they could have just added. Little things that they could have added that would have been like, would have made the movie go from this to wow! But they didn't. They were like, no, we're not going for that. We're not going. They're like, we're gonna make it look like we're gonna give them the cheap thrill, and then we're not. We're not gonna do it.
I felt like they went to do an epic movie, and then halfway through decided, let's just give them the mediocre.
I'm telling you, they were looking at time. They're like, this is gonna be too long. Let's just cut this part out, and this part out, and this part out. They didn't realize that the parts they were cutting out were the parts that were gonna make the movie. I'm telling you.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think I fell asleep for like 5 minutes, but when I woke up, I'm not sure. I could have just like daydreamed about that, but no. We were gonna do a rating system on Magic Beans, but we agreed we refused to give it any kind of that.
No magic beans, man. It didn't deserve a magic bean. There was nothing about this movie. Well,
I give it 2 Snokies.
I'll give it 1 magic bean.
I don't even
One
give it
magic
that.
bean and
For
4
the
regular
editing.
ones.
Really, you're giving it a 5?
Yeah,
Out
1
of
magic
10?
bean and 4 regular ones.
Wait, you're giving it a 5 out of 10.
I've seen some real polished turds in my day. That one was all right. It was all right. Most of the movie was all right. The ending was terrible.
I give it 2.
And honestly, the cinematographer and the editor, I have to give them bonus points for.
That's the reason they're getting the 2.
I think you get 3 of my 5 points. You got for 2 for the editor and 1 for the cinematographer.
You're getting the 2 for the 2 cutscenes.
And that's bad. That 3 of your 5 points are from
Not even actors.
technical standpoints. You know.
You know what? Hold on.
And then the other of the other two, another one's going for the acting. Because honestly, and this is what I don't get. Because first off, I love Ian McShane and everything he does.
He really
Bill
does.
Nye, I'm not giving you points for Bill Nye because he pretty much played the same character that he did in.
He sounded like Barbosa. I'm sorry.
No, he didn't. Not Barbosa. He was.
He's.
God damn it! I can't remember. He was
Hey, you're just,
Davy Jones.
yeah.
He was Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, and honestly, the whole time I was listening to him as the lead giant guy in this movie, I was really watching Pirates of the Caribbean in my head. Maybe that's why I like the movie more than you did. I don't know.
Why the hell did they give the giant general
2 heads?
a retarded head?
No, if you look, remember his back, he had 2 spines too.
No, I get this.
He was a conjoined twin, and it was retarded or something. I don't know. I didn't understand that. That didn't make any sense.
No.
But it added an element. But again, that was one of those things. They added that element. It could have been huge. They could have done something with it, and they didn't do
Hold on, wait.
anything.
I do have one thing I want to talk about. And this
They did a lot of that.
is one of those movies make believe, and I've cut a lot of reality out of this. And this is just one thing that's bugging me so much right now. Okay, that pouch that Jack was carrying around with the magic beans, no bigger than this. Like maybe like a silver dollar, maybe a little bit bigger. It's a small pouch, right?
The giant spotted it like it was nothing.
Yes, and it's not even that a giant spotted it. It's the retarded giant who spotted it for almost like 20 feet away on the floor.
Right? And the other giant couldn't see him laying in the water when they had the camera above him. You could clearly see his face through the water.
I'm just...
Holes. It was exactly like a Bryan Singer movie. Oh wait, it was a Bryan Singer movie.
I'm going to change my rating. I'm going to give it a 3.
I think
I'm giving it an additional point.
Have I bashed Bryan Singer appropriately?
Just a little.
Just a little.
But I am going to change my rating to a 3 just because Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor's amazing.
I'm giving him a point because
Honestly, that was the best part of the.
every one of his lines
Ewan
were
McGregor
beautiful.
versus Stanley Tucci.
I will
That fight should have been epic, and they made it a 2-minute scene.
Every fight's 2 minutes, and not
I
even
know,
that.
But Ewan McGregor versus Stanley Tucci? That's like stuff of legends, and then they were like, no, we're gonna make it stupid.
Who the fuck stabs their own foot?
He didn't stab his foot. He was cutting it. He was trying to cut his finger off. And Ewan McGregor grabbed up and stabbed his foot.
I'm just saying, like, who's stupid enough to do that? Just too many.
An evil Stanley Tucci character.
I'm sorry. I would have gone for like the arm or the neck or the face and killed them. No, he was trying to pry his hands.
He would have had to lean over then to get him.
You could have got him in the forearm.
He was hanging from him, dude.
You could have still grabbed him.
He would have had to lean all the way. He would have had to put his face right here in his face.
He did.
And then I would have just grabbed both of them and would have both fell.
But no, there's a scene.
I'm a hero, though.
There's a scene near the end, and they're fighting. He's discussing it. They're over this waterfall, and Ewan McGregor's like hanging off the ledge.
That's in the middle.
Is it the middle? It's more towards the end. Either way, we cut it. And Ewan McGregor grabs onto his foot because he's trying to pull himself up.
And he cut his other hand, so he's only hanging by the one hand on his foot.
He grabbed back up there.
Still. And he's got this knife, and he's trying to cut his finger right here, like in between his hand or something. He's jabbing his hand with the dagger.
He's not even jabbing his hand.
It's not even a knife, it's a dagger.
He's not even jabbing the hand.
He was jabbing his hand, because Ewan McGregor grabbed it like this and moved the knife over and stabbed him in the foot.
I still think it was just bad.
Ewan McGregor had good lines in this movie, though.
Anyways, 3 points. He gave it 5.
1 magic bean and 4 regular beans.
It gets 3 snow peas for me. It gets those 3 moldy brown peas in the back of the bag that when you throw in the microwave and overheat it, that turn brown and crispy. And
time for our next section, which we didn't figure out what we're gonna do for the.
I was gonna let the
Tebows.
Oh, I have the Tebow. Don't worry.
Oh, you got the Tebow?
I have the Tebow.
So we got our rants for the day, and I'm gonna start with mine. And
right quick, I have to cut him off and give him a second. Normally when we do our little rants right here, we pick a subject and we decide to just rant. I'm just gonna rant. Like, the movie has actually ruined my mood so bad. I'm just gonna rant after he's done.
I'm probably not gonna give him enough time to rant, honestly, though. We had a good
I don't need that much time.
So my conversation is about this, and maybe it's because I'm Italian and I have uncles that have done some things that we're not gonna
sleeping with the
talk
fishes
about. But anyways, respect.
I was hoping for like more of a Godfather. You show me no respect. No respect.
I mean, okay, and there's people that, to keep things from becoming an issue, I'm directing this. You know what? I don't even care. There's these 2 disrespectful, arrogant little in one of my classes, and normally I'm quiet and I just let it go, and I'll probably just keep eating it because I don't want to cause a scene or create a fight. I have to see these people 2 days a week, which normally I wouldn't even care, but I don't want to cause any problems or get myself in trouble because I'd probably end up having to hit one of these women because there's just no respect. I'm in college and we're going to class to learn, okay? I'm going there to learn. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but this is what I see when I go into class. Everybody else is quiet, listening, paying attention, trying to learn, okay? These 2 girls, and they sit right behind me, of course, because I'm just the magic at picking seats for some reason, sitting in front of these 2 annoying girls who won't shut the up, okay? And I'm like, you know what, ladies, I want to just turn around and be like, ladies, please, shut up, okay? I'm tired of coming into this class and listening to you talk back and forth for an hour and a half and giggle and laugh and blah, 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 blah. I'm here to learn. If you don't want to learn, get the out, okay? We don't need you. I'm trying to learn. You're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting everyone else in this classroom who's coming here to learn something. And you're disrespecting the teacher. And God bless his soul. He's the nicest man. One of the nicest people I've ever met. He takes it in stride. I don't know how he does it because I would have kicked him out of my classroom. I would have kicked him out of my class. I would have dropped him from the class. And hoping to dear God, I would have ruined their financial aid and, teach them a lesson about respect because this is ridiculous. And it's not just that. It's everywhere you go. People are constantly disrespecting people left and right. And it's like, what happened to this world that we lost respect? I think that's the issues. I mean, if people showed more respect towards everyone else, I think the world would be a better place. I honestly do, And it goes back to the Godfather. And I don't really do a good Godfather. But, it's all about respect. Because if you respect someone, they've got no reason to be angry with you. And if they got no reason to be angry with you, they're not going to do anything harmful or hurtful to you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And I think it's bullshit that these fucking teenagers, and it's kids, it's the kids, I swear to fucking God, I want to take them out back and beat them with us. Anything hard. I don't even care what I beat them with.
Whoa.
Not that. No.
I'm just...
Not. I don't care if it was Jessica Biel. If she was disrespectful like this, I wouldn't beat her with my whatever. You know, not happening. Because I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. I'm an Italian, and everything about me is you show respect. You know, you show respect, you get respect, and it's like everywhere I go, I somehow find the most disrespectful people in the world. And the thing that bothers me about it is they don't even give a shit that they're not respectful. They're the type of arrogant bitches that want to sit there and say, show me respect me, but when it comes time for them to be respectful, they don't understand the concept. And I'm like, hold, stop. First rule about respect.
Gotta give it to get it.
You don't get it. You gotta give it to get it. You gotta earn it. You earn respect. And then you can get it back. And these people are like, respect me, you know, like when Hitler walking around, Hitler, respect me. You see what I've done? I won't name any names about any other people in our lives that are like that, but there's quite a few of them, and they number, and they're just like, I want respect, and I'm just like, show me some respect first before you get it from me.
I feel like you're tapping into some ex-roommate experiences right now.
I'm tapping into some ex-roommate experiences. I'm tapping into some work experiences. I'm tapping into some class experiences. I'm tapping into people I've known. It's just ridiculous. There's so many people. I can go off on a list of people that, and it's not even, they didn't like me. Because, you know what, you don't like me? That's fine. But you know what? There's plenty of people I don't like that I still show respect to. I try to show the same amount of respect to everybody. But there hits a point, you know, when they're not showing any respect for no good damn reason other than the fact that they're ignorant or they're just disrespectful people and they really think that they are God's gift. Well, you know what? If one of us is God's gift, then we're all God's gift. And there's a ton of God's gifts walking around on this planet. So you ain't no better than anybody else. So if you want to get respect, you want to be treated like you're special, you better treat everybody else like they're special. Because I tell you what, one of these days, when I finally snap and I become a vigilante and I go around killing people, I'm going to kill the people who don't show respect. And you'll have a list, and I will go Punisher on their ass. I'm not even playing. I'll get the skull and everything. I don't care. I'm not going to kill criminals. I'm going to go around killing disrespectful people. And I will kill you for the slightest infraction. So I'm just warning you now, world. You better chop up on this respect issue because it's pathetic. It's just bad. You want, so many things could be fixed.
Breathe. We're going to fix that in editing because I'm pretty sure you just criminalized yourself.
I don't care. I've decided that when I become a vigilante, I don't know when this is going to happen, but it might happen sometime soon. My crazy meter is tilting a little towards full.
My thing is this. Hold on.
I'm just saying, respect.
I agree with him completely. It is a huge thing about respect. There's one thing I don't agree with what he was just ranting about. It's not the kids. It is not the kids. I blame the parents. There's no such thing as a bad kid. There's only bad parents. And I'm talking about those parents who give their kids like $40, tell them to go hang out somewhere till fucking midnight, and then parents don't even pay attention to them. And then when they get a call and found out that their kid is in trouble because their kid's a moron, try to defend the kid. We had somebody bust out a window at the movie theater because he's a crappy kid. $20 says that we had actually found out who did it. We called the parents, made the parents pay for it.
You weren't there for the 8-year-old ninjutsu artist that could break my arm at his will.
What?
Yeah, some mom tried to convince me that her 8-year-old son could break my arm at his will. I was like, I'd like to see him try.
We had a mom. These kids got kicked out of a theater, so one of the kids' moms came back to the theater with a bat and threatened everybody.
I remember that.
Yeah, seriously. When your kid's wrong,
right?
Parents need to step up and be parents and quit blaming everybody else. It's your fault.
Someone threatened my son, so I'm going to respond by bringing a baseball bat and threatening the 40-year-old guy who beat up the 10-year-old in the laser tag arena.
Oh, I remember that.
40-year-old dude. This dude's a father. Picks up a 10-year-old kid, slams him into a wall. I'm like, role model anywhere.
That is my
anywhere. Someone.
If the parents would step up
positive
and be
role
parents,
positive. I'm looking for positive, not negative.
If parents would just be parents and raise their kids right. When I got out of line, my dad beat me. I got beat. Well, disciplined. There's a fine line between beat and discipline.
I got beat.
I got beat and
I'm
disciplined.
sure you got beat. I got beat and disciplined too.
Both.
I think that's why we get along.
But parents nowadays, they're so afraid that their kid's going to call CPS and they're going to lose their kids. My thing is this. If your kid's that bad, you need to lose your kids.
Let CPS take them. Let them go to that sunshine on the other end of foster care. Let the kids act like shitheads and go to CPS. And then see how quick they come crawling back to mommy and daddy who beat their ass for doing something stupid.
I hope those kids
think twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times before they do something stupid again.
I hope those kids get put into foster care and they get into that foster care where there's that fucking nurse that molests them.
Well, it'd be like us, you know. We broke the law. We were just smart enough to go, hey, you know what? If I get caught, I'm going to get my ass beat. So you know what? I'm not going to get caught.
Yeah. I was always like, if I got caught, it's like, please just take me to jail. Because
let me rephrase that. I've never done anything illegal in my life. I've never broken a single crime.
I'm going to plead the 5th.
Traffic ticket here and there. I've never done any serious crime. Never, ever have I ever done any serious crime. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not going to become a vigilante. Nah.
I'm pleading 5th to
I'm not going to have a skull mask, you know, skull t-shirt. I'm not going to, you know, wearing all black. I'm going to let my hair grow out and get all dingy. Look like Kane with bad hair. No, I'm not going to.
Anyways.
I'm not going to go, you know, to the big cities and roam around the streets knifing people in the chest for being assholes. I'm not going to. That's not me. No.
So, to lighten the mood after our rants, let's go ahead and go to the Tebow of the day. And I have to find this one. And this is the most beautiful Tebow ever. There's certain things I can't explain in this Tebow, but it is a well-deserved Tebow. Yes, he was crying in the Tebow.
That's probably the biggest dude we know, too.
Dude's swole. Like, his arms are like the size of his head.
He's not like swole, but he's swole.
My thing is this. There's two kind of people with muscles. There's, like, display muscles and then use muscles. This dude's use.
Use muscles, yeah. The kind of guy you don't want to get hit from, because
he'll take you out.
Like the big bodybuilders, dude, they can hit you and hurt you, but you're like, they move like this. He's one of those guys that can move like this. They ninja on you, you know? Well, he can't really go ninja because he's kind of twice the size of your average ninja, but
no, that's a well-deserved Tebow. And I was asked not to disclose the reason of the Tebow.
See, now I want to know.
I won't disclose this online. I will discuss this with him first and then explain later if he's okay with the clearance. But I think we're on to the last segment.
I already know. What's the last segment?
The appropriate moments to cuss.
I don't have one, dude.
You don't have one.
Appropriate moment to cuss.
I have one. And it was earlier today when we were discussing which movie to review. I was kind of leaning towards more of the Last Exorcism Part 2, but how are you going to have the last one Part 2? Neither here nor there. Well, I'll rant later on that one. And he said Jack the Giant Slayer, and my reaction was, fuck. Really? I knew I had high hopes, but no hopes at all.
You know, that's appropriate time to cuss for me. Sitting in the middle of class. Will you please shut the up?
We're gonna have to cut that.
Or my phone call with stupidity.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
I need you. Spit it out. I hate you. You will die. You will die at my hands.